If you think AI is either going to replace you or make you rich overnight with zero effort, you're already losing in 2026. Give me less than 10 minutes and I'll clear that up for you. What is going on? RJ here. I've been doing print on demand and content for over 8 years now. Sold over 125,000 products, and I use AI every single day in my business. ChatGPT, Kittle AI, Ideogram, Nano Banana. I love those tools. But I keep seeing the 3 misunderstandings about AI that are quietly killing people's results. So in this video, I'm going to break those down, show you how I actually use AI in 2026, and give you a simple framework you can steal for your own POD or content business. And if you get any value at all, do me a favor, smash that like button so I know to make more videos like this. Cool? Let's get into it. This is going to be the first misunderstanding. AI is a one-click money printer. The first big misunderstanding is this. People think AI is a money printer. So for example, I'm going to type in, give me a winning t-shirt design for Amazon merch. Hit enter, download, upload, wake up rich. Nah, that's not how it works. AI is not a business. AI is a tool that plugs into a business. The people that are losing right now are the ones using AI to avoid doing the actual work, understanding the customer, doing the niche research, checking the demand. Let me keep it real with you. If your niche research sucks, AI just helps you suck faster. When I use AI, the process looks more like this. I still do niche research first. I'm on Amazon, I'm on Etsy, I'm using tools like Everbee, I'm looking at BSRs, sales, reviews. Then I bring AI in to help me brainstorm angles. So instead of give me t-shirt ideas, I say something like, you are a print-on-demand niche researcher. Give me 10 t-shirt niches for pickleball players over 40 that are funny, wearable, and not mainstream phrases. See the difference? And one cool little feature is that you can actually talk to the AI. So just have a conversation with ChatGPT and put in a very big prompt so it can understand what you want. The money doesn't come from the prompting. The money comes from knowing who you're talking to. So this is important, and using AI to go deeper and faster for that one person. So misunderstanding number 1, AI is not a shortcut around the work. It's an amplifier. If you plug your AI into a broken system, you just get broken results faster. And I hope you understand that. Misunderstanding number 2, AI will replace designers. So why learn design? Second one, and this one honestly annoys me a little bit. It's the idea that AI is going to replace designers. So why should I learn design? Or the other side, AI is going to kill all creative jobs. So there's no point in starting. Both are loser mindsets. Here's what I'm actually seeing in 2026. The people winning are designers and creators who create the basics, contrast, readability, layout, color, and they use AI as leverage. Most raw AI designs are like 70% there. They look cool at first glance, but they've got too many colors, tiny details that won't print, weird text hierarchy, stuff that looks like clip art slapped together. If you understand the fundamentals, you can take that 70% and make it print ready. Scroll stopping design. If you don't understand fundamentals, you just upload whatever the AI spits out and wonder why nothing sells. So for me, a normal flow looks like this. I'll generate a concept in Ideogram or Kittle AI, maybe a funny phrase baked into the art, then bring it to Kittle and I fix it. Clean up the layout, make sure the main phrase is huge and readable. Limit the palette to 2 to 4 colors. Make sure it works on an actual shirt. That part, the decision making, the taste, that's where you beat everyone who's just spamming AI outputs. So yeah, AI is replacing something. It's replacing low effort, copy and paste designers who never cared about basics in the first place. If you're willing to learn design even a little bit, AI becomes your assistant, not your replacement. Understand that too. The third misunderstanding is the idea that I'm not technical enough. I'm not a prompt engineer. Come on, man. If you can explain something to a VA or your friend, you can talk to AI. You don't need a 45-line prompt with emojis, bullet points, and a Harry Potter quote. You just need to be clear. When I write prompts, they usually follow this pattern. Tell it who it's serving, tell it what we want, add a few constraints to it. Example, for POD niche research, You are an expert print-on-demand niche researcher. Help me find 10 micro niches for funny t-shirts for dads who love fishing, that avoid trademarks, and are based on real hobbies, inside jokes, or situations. That's it. Not crazy, not technical, just specific. Compare that to give me t-shirt ideas. The quality of the answer is completely different. You don't need to become a prompt engineer. You just need to talk to AI like it's a smart assistant that understands your customer. If you can answer, who am I trying to help? What problem or desire do they have? Where is this design or content going to live? You are already ahead of most people using AI right now. How I actually use AI in 2026, my simple framework. All right, so let's pull this together. I'll show you how I actually use AI across my business. Think of it as a 3-step RJ framework. You can screenshot this part if you want. Step 1, research with AI. Validate with data. I use AI to help me think, generating niche ideas, finding micro communities. I've shared this on this channel already. Turning broad ideas into specific angles. But I always validate real data. That means Amazon search results, Etsy search results, tools like Everbee for sales and revenue, BSR and reviews. AI is allowed to brainstorm. The market is what decides if it's worth my time. Step 2, design with AI. Refine with fundamentals for your design. I basically do AI for concepts, Ideogram, Nano Banana, Kittle AI, any AI tools that you have access to, this works. Give me a retro pickleball ghost holding a paddle. Kittle for the final design. Fix the text. Limit the colors. Make sure it prints clean. Build a proper t-shirt layout. So AI gives me the starting point, but I'm still responsible for making it actually look good on a product. That's important. Number 3 is automate repetitive stuff. Stay human, on taste, and strategy everywhere I can. I let AI handle boring stuff, the first draft of a product description, bullet points for Amazon, and I've personally created a GPT for this, and it's making sales as far as uploading a design, getting it up on Amazon, and it creating the whole listing with SEO keywords and tags. It would work for tags if you're putting it somewhere else like on Redbubble or Etsy. Email outlines, social media captions. Then I come in and tweak the tone, add my personality, add my experience. Where I don't outsource to AI is taste and strategy, which niche I'm going after, because this takes away the fun of the business. Which designs do I double down on? How do I brand this collection if you're building your own website? How do I talk to my audience? That's still human. That's still you. Quick recap before we get out of here. AI is not a money printer. It amplifies whatever system you have already. Good research, good offers. AI helps you win faster. Think about it that way. AI is not here to replace good designers. It's replacing low effort stuff. If you learn the basics, contrast, readability, layout, you will eat in 2026. You don't need to be a tech genius. You just need clear prompts and a basic understanding of your customer. Remember, you can talk to AI through your phone, through your computer, as long as you have like a microphone of some sort to talk to it. So for example, when I talk to ChatGPT, I will literally talk to it in like a whole paragraph of a prompt, but making sure that it understands exactly what I'm talking about. If you want me to do a full start to finish video from niche research to AI prompts to Kittle design to uploading the listing, comment AI down below so I know that's something that you want to see. Also, let me know in the comments, which misunderstanding did you believe at some point? Be honest. I've been guilty of some of these too. And if you want help with the research side of things, finding those niches, getting data behind your designs, I dropped the link in the description to my research service, ebook, and coaching options. Whatever makes sense for you. I appreciate you if you watch this far. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe with notification bells on if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. If you want low competition niche research done for you, watch this video right here next.